So, when it comes to meeting anybody new for the first time, or maybe you've seen them before, you've said something to them, and now you guys are finally engaging in a conversation. Because I've had that happen with like girls and guys I've seen out in places before, especially the gym. There's really three ways that you can build like trust and comfort with this person that you're talking to, and I'm going to talk about all three of these in this video and kind of give you like a deep dive on like how to do this and why that's so important. So before I get into the video, if you do like what you see, please give the video a thumbs up, man. Brand new channel. I would really appreciate that you would help promote this video into the algorithm. So I've got all my titles for the videos here, but I got my notes in front of me. So the first one I want to talk about is being relatable. If you're having a conversation with somebody, well, humans, if you've noticed, there's a quote like opposites attract. That's total bullshit. Like attracts like. So if you are talking to somebody and you might like all of these things and they might like all of these things, you don't like that and they don't like the things you like, well, there's nothing relatable here. You two are going to still be like complete strangers because what do you exactly have to talk about? But if you're talking to somebody and you ask them a question and they tell you like a story or they answer your question, but you have something that's related to what this person just said, tell them whatever it is that's related. Because when you relate to another human, another individual, what that's going to signal subconsciously to this person is that, hey, this person that I'm talking to, we're actually kind of alike. We've got something in common. They enjoy doing something I just brought up, and that's awesome. I don't really meet a lot of people that do that. Or if it's a situation that you explain, they're going to think like, dude, that's awesome. I never knew someone else dealt with the same shit that I was dealing with. So that's what I mean by like being relatable. Now, this could be, again, relatable could be like a story, like an experience that you had. And maybe it's a like if you two both like the same like video game, you can tell them, bro, I love that game. Actually, let me tell you about something that happened to me the other day. I think you're really going to find this funny. And then you could tell them that story. Now, from there, you can have a conversation based on like that video game. Or I used to power lift, but now I'm in a wheelchair now. So before I was hit by a drunk driver, I used to power lift. So if I met somebody that enjoys like powerlifting, I could talk to them about what they like about powerlifting and like why they never tried like bodybuilding. Whereas there's a big bodybuilding community in my area. Well, everybody that bodybuilds, if they're part of a bodybuilding community, if they're part of a run club, if they're part of a paddleball team, because they have something in common, they're all relating to this experience of running or of powerlifting or of playing paddleball. You guys are going to be able to talk to each other about that, and you're going to become closer simply because you guys are doing the same things that you enjoy doing. So that's a great way to meet strangers, is by literally like if you don't leave your house right now, find something online, whether it's a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, a gym, pickleball, like do something that other people do, and then like the more you do it, you're naturally going to start meeting more people, and you're going to check off the first box of being relatable. Okay, the next thing is going to be when you talk to them, you want to smile. So I have several videos and I preach this all the time. People like, would you rather talk to somebody that looks like he's gonna like, fucking beat somebody up? He says, look, this guy or girl looks like he's pissed off and that they're having like a rough day, or that they just don't look approachable because like they look like they're dangerous? Or would you rather talk to somebody that's smiling, that looks like they're in a good mood? They're just like, if they're at the gym and they listen to music, they're bopping around. You would more likely want to approach this person that's smiling right now. I say this all the time, man. If we can get somebody to associate feeling good with you, they're more likely to want to talk to you. They're more likely to want to be around you. So when you smile and you talk like you're like the energy you're giving off, for lack of better words, this is very fun, playful. It's very like not serious. It's very like you're having an amazing day. Well, energy transfer. So when you're talking to somebody, if you're smiling and you're in a good mood, the way you talk, the other person is going to feel that, and it's going to make them more likely to be in a good mood. Now, if they're in a bad mood, I'm not saying you're automatically going to turn this person's mood around. However, relationships are forgiving. And if you're in a good mood talking to them, well, you might be giving them a temporary good feeling in the moment. And that could actually make their day. You have no idea. But that's why smiling when you talk to people is so important, because when you smile, you activate muscles in your face that you can't activate, from my understanding, when you're upset. And I tell people that if you're upset, try to do your best at forcing a smile like this and like holding it. Tell yourself you're going to have a good day. You're going to talk to somebody. Every time I've done this, I have always had an amazing day. So if you're like really depressed about something, am I saying this is going to help you? Probably not. But you're never going to know unless you try it. And I say this so often because that's something I do on a regular basis that works for me. And I know, especially like if you're a guy talking to a girl, well, because women are very emotional and they're very in tune with their emotions. If you're in a good mood, she's going to fucking pick up on that. And she's likely to be in a good mood just because she's around you. Women want to be around other men that are having a good time because women know that they're going to start having a good time. The same thing applies to like a random stranger, whether that's a dude to dude or a dude to a girl or a girl to a girl. People want to be around good energy. And if you smile, the other person's going to feel more like their guard is not going to be as high. Whereas if they were talking to somebody that looks like they're just going to beat them up. The last one is by asking them questions. Dude, this is something I think a lot of people need to work on. The person that asks questions leads the conversation. I talk to so many different people every single week that where I'm talking to them, I'm asking them questions, but barely does anybody ever ask me questions in return. Now, if I'm talking to a girl that likes me, like a girl's going to ask you questions in return because she's trying to get to know you. And if anybody ever asks you a question in return, that's always a big green flag. People won't go out of their way to ask you questions if they're not genuinely interested in knowing you. So a lot of the times, I just said I talk to a lot of people and they don't ask me questions back. Well, when you talk to people, you could talk to a lot of different people like I do, but that doesn't mean that most of them are going to like you. And in that moment as well, when you're as dominant in having conversations as I am, and you dictate where the conversation goes, they might not get a chance to ask me a question because of the questions I'm asking. And why this is so important to ask the other person questions, because number one, humans are selfish, and this is why this is important. Humans are selfish. At the end of the day, when we go to sleep, the only person that's going to care about us is ourselves. And then except your mother, she's the only one that can unconditionally love you. But that's because you're a part of her. But at the end of the day, okay, we only have ourselves. So when you're demonstrating to the other person that you are trying to get to know them. And because people, for the most part, do not try to get to know the other person. Now, like if you're in a relationship, you two had to get to know each other at some point in time. But where I'm going with this is you could talk to 100 different girls and maybe only 10 of them might actually care enough to get to know you. That's what I'm saying. The same thing applies to talking to strangers, whether it's a guy or a girl. They might be talking to you in the moment, but when you're asking them questions, you're demonstrating to the other person that you care to know about them. And I am telling you, that does not happen to people very often. So when you're asking people questions like, hey, what do you enjoy doing that makes you really happy? Okay, that's a very good way of asking, what do you do for fun? Hey, what do you enjoy doing that when you're doing it, you completely lose track of time? That's because now they're going to have to think about that. Or other questions. Hey, what do you do for work? What do you do for fun? When did you start coming to this gym? How long have you been lifting for? Your body looks amazing. I can tell it's been a while. Or hey, what got you into driving a Mercedes Benz, man? I love your car, dude. That's so sick. Like it doesn't matter it does not matter what question. The fact that you're asking them about themselves is showing the person you care. And that's the first thing, is you're demonstrating you care. And what that's going to do, I guess it really only is one thing. What that's going to do is subconsciously, this person's going to see. Now, this is assuming that this person is comfortable asking your questions, because if they've had trauma in the past, I've had people get offended when I ask them personal questions. Do not talk to people like that. So if you're talking to somebody that is openly answering your questions and they're personal, you're just trying to get to know them and they're answering, they're going to start feeling more comfortable around you. They're going to see that you're not dangerous. Their guard is going, their guard or their wall, it's going to lower over time. And if you're talking to a woman, the more comfortable she feels with you, the more she's going to feel like she can allow her personality to open up. And you're going to notice that for girls especially, they're going to start talking more. They're going to start telling you more things that they wouldn't just tell a random stranger. And what that's doing is it's subconsciously, again, to reiterate, it's telling that person, hey, this is a good, safe person. So you're going to build comfort and you're going to build trust just because you're demonstrating, I actually fucking care to get to know you. That's why I'm asking you these questions. Now, if you are talking to somebody to finish the video, even though this is 3 ways that you can, build trust with anybody. And I guarantee these are the only 3 things you really need to know is be relatable, smile, and ask them questions. There are going to be people, majority of the time, most people, whether it's friendship or romantic, most people, they're just not going to like you, okay? That's just how humans are. Now, if it's like a acquaintance kind of vibe, then, for the most part, you might make more acquaintances, but like you're not going to go like, how often do you meet a new best friend? Not very often. That's what I was trying to say with that. So like a best friend or like romantic partner, most people are not going to like you. But as far as like acquaintances goes and like talking to people, like becoming more comfortable with somebody. So if you see them out in person somewhere, they're not going to be a stranger. You're going to be able to talk to them again. That's what I'm trying to say. All 3 of these things, they're so easy to do. They're so easy, but I just want to give you the expectation that when you do talk to people, for the majority of the time, it will not go anywhere after that. But for those that do, these are the only 3 things you need to know on how to get someone to trust you, to lower their guard, to feel more comfortable. Again, to reiterate, be relatable if you can, smile when you talk to them, and ask them questions. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, if you're looking to improve your social skills and you want to meet more people, if you like this video, check this one out right here. You're going to love that one as well. Hey guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.